let's say you're brand new to a Roblox JoJo game, or this one to be more specific, and you're just like, wow, this game is cool, I want everything. Alright, now before you get too confident thinking that you could just go rule the world on this game, we need to figure out a few key figures first. First of all, have you ever watched JoJo's? Even if you didn't watch JoJo's, that's just fine, because there's a lot of things in this game that really aren't like specifically from JoJo. But let's say you have, so you have a basic idea of how stands work, you know. You have a basic idea of all the characters and stuff. That would make things quite a bit easier, so you're just like, hey, I want the world. Hey, I want Star Platinum, so you know, you can keep those in mind. But if you're also brand new to this game and you also don't know what JoJo's is, that's just fine. Not only can you learn along the way, but I mean, like, you don't really need to know what it is to play this game. Because basically, on this game, a stand is basically like your own weapon to fight other players and have fun. And with all the custom stands slash weapons and all the fancy stuff on here, like, you're gonna have a lot of fun, trust me. Alright, to start off, I'm going to show you a list of all of the stands, all the unobtainable stands, all the items on this game. So you're just like, alright, let me look out for these things. Alright, now with that in mind, let's figure out what stand slash weapon do you want first on this game. Is there some sort of goal that you have for this game that you want to reach? Just a month ago, this stand right here that you see behind me was something that I thought was impossible. It was my goal for like my entirety of the game just to get this. And to get this stand, you also need the rarest item in the game that's currently obtainable, which is a cursed orb. But just after about a week of playing this game, I managed to get this stand and plenty more. Alright, my first tip for you guys that you should definitely immediately get if you don't already have, but it's an auto clicker. It doesn't matter what type of auto clicker you have, it doesn't matter where you got it from, as long as it works. Now when you have that, you're also going to need something called time. And then the third thing that you're going to need is a private server. They're only 50 Robux, so hopefully most of you guys will be able to buy one. If not, you can always just ask your friends or something like that. Just try and find a way to get a private server. Alright, once you have those three things, what you want to do is you want the AFK in there. And I know it sounds tedious, but trust me, it is going to help you quite a bit. Now, of course, you most likely aren't sure to get like very good drops right off the bat. Because I mean, like, it's how it was for me. Because I never even found the cursed orb. Like, the cursed orb to get this, I never even found one in my entire life. The rarest item I've ever found was a death note. And you see, that death note right there is what led me to my succession of everything I have in this game. Now, keep in mind, you are able to trade on this game. And trading is going to be very important for your future success. Alright, so here's what happened when I got my first death note. Alright, so when I got my first death note, I actually managed to get Shinigami. Now, to get Reaper, which is also an S+ tier stand, you need a second death note. That means you would need 2 to get Reaper. But with my Shinigami, I was lucky enough to find someone that was willing to trade my Shinigami for an unobtainable. It was the least rare, but an unobtainable is an unobtainable. And you see, when I had my unobtainable, which was Shadow Legs, I managed to actually trade that for a Reaper. Now, when you have Reaper, you could either take this 2 ways. So one, you could actually just stay with your Reaper and be happy, and then try and move on to getting some other stuff. Or you could actually try and make 2 trades that will determine quite a bit. And both these trades are going to be something that might be a little difficult for you to actually find. But I mean, there's always a way. So one, you could either try and trade your Reaper for Shadow the World Requiem. That's right, people are actually accepting Reaper for this stand right here. And I believe that's mainly because of the brand new evolution with Reaper. And you can turn into Hollow Reaper by using a Cosmic Orb. And Cosmic Orbs are not that hard to find. They're way less rare than a Death Note or a Cursed Orb, I believe. And then with this stand, you can trade this for other unobtainables. And then when you have those other unobtainables, you can trade them for other stands like this. Now, to me, that just sounds like multiplication right there. Because if you can turn this stand into like, who knows, like 2 D tier, C tier unobtainables, you can trade both of those unobtainables each for another stand like this. Now, you can trade one for a Reaper or one for another Shadow of the World Requiem. And then you could do the whole process over again until you start to build up more stands. Alright, now obviously everyone's not going to be able to find a Death Note or a Cursed Orb or something super rare, especially right off the bat. Like when you're first starting, like some people have like ridiculous, like they'll find the Cursed Orb within like, I don't know, like 5 hours or something, but you know, everyone doesn't have that type of luck. Once you're in the server for a few hours, you want to go walking around and seeing what items you can actually find. Now, depending on the goal that you want, the stand that you want, these items can actually help you get to it. But if you want like Golden Experience Requiem or Hierophant meme or whatever you want, that'll be easy to get. But if there's something that's like higher on the ranks, like Reaper, Shadow of the World Requiem, or Zenith, something like that, then you can go around and go ahead and start selling all these like bad items, you know, if you have any like rock cacas or arrows or stuff like that, Requiem arrows. So let's say you want the fight saber, you know, the good old laser blaster 300,000. If you want this, you're going to actually need a gun and you're going to need a cosmic orb. But a cosmic orb hasn't spawned on your server. So on the other hand, you do have some other items that are close to being the same rarity or are the same rarity. So let's say you find a Zenith arrow. A Zenith arrow is actually the same level of rarity as the cosmic orb. They are both A-tier items. So what do? You trade the Zenith arrow for a cosmic orb. In some cases that might not work out. There might not be someone willing to trade you that. So that's when you get a middleman involved. If you have like several items that you want to trade for one item, like let's say you're trying to overpay for something you really want, you're going to need a middleman so then you don't get scammed. Now, I really wouldn't recommend overpaying too often because you'd be losing a lot of items for something that you might even get bored of in the future. But if it's something that you super really want that badly, then go ahead. What I recommend is searching up the item that you just found. So like, you never watched JoJo's, like, hey, what is a Requiem arrow? Just go ahead and look up what a Requiem arrow is on a universal time and look up what you can get with it. And mainly, I'm telling you to look it up because if I were to tell you what every single item in this game can do, then this video would be so long that I'd have to split into several parts. And I've never really been one of those types of people that likes to split videos into separate halves, so that's why I'm trying to keep this video as minimal, as simple as it can be. But let's say you aren't lucky enough to find a Death Note or a Cursed Orb or anything like that, like your luck is absolutely miserable like mine originally was. If you manage to rack up enough items on the floor and you are able to sell them to the black market guy, who if you didn't already know where he was, he's right here next to this tree. He's like in the middle of the park, right next to the fountain. You can just come to him and you can sell your items right here. Holy Diary, Dio's Diary, all these goodies. And then once you press M, you can actually see how much money you've managed to rack up. And as you see, I have around 8.6 million right now. You can actually come over here to this side of the map. There's a shop right here. Now, if there's any items you specifically need to upgrade your stand to something else, you can come over here and there's quite a bit of stuff you can buy, like a stand arrow, a rock cacao fruit, a vampire mask, all this stuff that you might need for future stands. For instance, if you want X Chawi, you're going to need Shadow, and then once you get Shadow, you're going to need a heart, and then you're going to need X Soul. Then once you add all that, you finally have X Chawa. Or if you want the Fight Saber laser gun thingy, you can buy the gun and then use a cosmic orb on it. Oh yeah, another little thing that people kind of forget about is actually gangs. So if you open up your menu and then you come over here to gangs, you can actually create a gang for $10 million. And to be honest with you, $10 million is actually the max amount of money you can have. But once you're able to afford one, you can easily buy one and you can make a name for it, you can make a description, and you can create a logo for it. Alright, and if you would like to know how you can make one of these for yourself, all you have to do is go to your Roblox page, click on create, and then you're gonna go down to decals, and then you can create your own decal. All you have to do is click on choose file, select the picture that you want, click on upload, and boom. Because as you see right there, there's my little picture for my gang. It's Happy Jiren. Alright, now once you're on your page for the decal that you just created, if you want to import this into the game, all you have to do is come up here and you just have to copy this number right there. Alright, then once you're ready to create your gang, all you have to do is type in the decal ID that you just copied, and when you paste it into there and you press on confirm, then boom, you made your gang. Alright, now if you're the owner of the gang and you want to invite some new members to it, the first thing that you're gonna have to type in is invite and the person's username. Now if they type in !join, they'll be able to join your game, as easy as that. Alright, now as you see, the first rank that I have in my my gang is a bot, because most of the people in my gang are just bots anyways, like they're my alt. But we can easily change the name of that, and by that all we have to do is type in rename. Now once we have rename, we're going to type in the number of the rank that we want to change. Now the first rank that someone is when they join the gang is number 1. So you're gonna have to type in number 1, and you can change the name to whatever you want, like Lime. Now you may not see it change yet, but that's because we have to like refresh it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote Noodle, and boom, they're a Lime now. Now the demote thing seems to be like buggy right now, because I keep trying to demote Noodle, but it doesn't seem to be working. Like here, I'll show you again. Oh wait, now it works. Okay. Alright, yeah, it seems to be working fine now. But as you see, now their name is Lime. And I believe that there are 3 or 4 ranks in the gangs. So I believe the second one should be like a member or something like that. So I'll just go ahead and try that. And yeah, so like that's the first one. So the first one is like basically the member, and then the second one is like a capo, so you know, like a third seat, something like that. I don't think I had a name for the third one, so I just renamed it to Nice. So now I'm going to try and promote Noodle. And I don't even know if you can put someone as the same rank as you. So for them, it would only be rank 1, 2, and 3, which 1 would be member, 2 would be like third in charge, 3 would be second in charge, and 4th would just be me, who is the leader of the gang. And then to kick the person that you want, all you have to do is type in kick and then their username. But if I were to do that, it would kick them from the VIP server too. And I don't feel like doing all that right now, but you get the main idea. And if you were on their point of view, if you were trying to leave, all you have to do is type in this and then leave. And then, oh, there we go. And then you would leave the gang. All right, next up is your bank. Now, for every slot in your bank costs 500k, and you're only able to unlock 6 of them max. And to be able to unlock these last 3, you actually need to pay for a game pass, which is like 200 Robux or something like that. But if you ask me, I don't really want to do that, so I'd either just use alts or something like that. But for 500k each, you can unlock another slot. All right, now for stands, your stand storage. For every stand that you want to hold in here, it costs 1 million. So every million of these dollars that you can save up, you can buy an extra slot. And same goes for down here as well. You need to actually pay for Robux, the game pass, if you want to unlock these. And they're 2 different game passes, by the way. And if you didn't see down here, for every transfer, so every time you change a stand to like this or something, it would actually cost you 5,000 of your monies. And if you actually manage to save up quite a bit, that won't even matter to you anymore. Also, I'd recommend you guys to all join the Universal Time Discord servers, both trading and the normal one, so you can keep up to date with stuff that comes like after I even make this video. Also, if you ever wanted to like try and test your damage, there's also these bots that are like around the map. Some of them have unlimited HP, some of them don't. Like these ones, you can come and test out your damage, and then they die so easily, so it doesn't even matter that much. But ones like this one right here, you can like hit them as much as you want. It's more of a damage tester for you, and you can't even really kill them. Also, a little hint for you Reapers, if you go and kill bots like this that have limited HP, you can actually take their souls. It works on these guys too. So you can kill them and then you'll get stronger. Oh yeah, let's also not forget about the bosses that are in this game. Right around here is where Dio Brando spawns, and he can't time stop like the other Dio does, but he does get quite annoying sometimes. So around every 20 minutes, he spawns like right up here in the air. And if he sees you, he will follow you. You can try killing him if you want to, but if you ask me, it's really not worth it. As stated right here, Dio can actually regenerate his HP, and it gets very annoying. So when he spawns in, he has 4,000 HP, and he has a range of 200 studs. His walk speed's quite slow. It's like, I think it's around the same as a human, something like that. But he spawns right over here. He only drops like an Asia mask, a camera, a corpse part, and some water, and a vampire mask and money, which if you ask me, you can easily find those on the floor. It's not worth wasting your time on him. And if you're wondering, the water that he drops every once in a while, it can only heal you like 100 HP, and you can only use it 1 time, so the burgers are definitely way better than that. Anyways, if you don't want to have to worry about Dio Brando getting so annoying, like spawning in every 20 minutes and you having to worry about him, what I like to do is get them stuck. By that, what I mean is if you lure him over here, come into this building right here where the Gaster is, you come right in this little spot right here, and when he gets right next to you, just reset. Now that he's stuck in there, he won't be able to bother you, and every time he spawns in, he won't actually spawn in. He'll be in the exact place that you locked him up in, and he can't fight you. Our next up, we have just Dio himself. He's the one that has the world stand, so his time stop can get really annoying if you don't take care of him. When I don't feel like killing him, I lure him up here to the house. Now when he's following you, come all the way around the house, and right when he's like passing by this area, walk in here and come right here and reset. So there's a spawn area right there for items, and Dio can get really annoying if you don't kill him or handle him. So when you have him behind the house, he actually can't do anything to you because he spawns in every 30 minutes. So if you have to worry about something like that happening, it can get very obnoxious. Anyways, I believe that this is about all I really need to show you guys for now. This is just like a beginner's guide to all the brand new players to this game. In the future, I might make a PvP tips, something like that, because I'm not like making this like I'm gonna name or number every tip. It's just me telling you guys what I would do and what I have done when I first started playing this game. Now, if you hate me on any of this, that's quite alright, because I know some stuff on here can be quite tedious, and that's quite alright. And of course, Dio spawns in. Anyways, go ahead and feel free to try out anything that I just mentioned to you guys, as this was all stuff that I have done for myself and I think works best for me. I don't know what works best for you, but you know, you can always just try what I said and, you know, try to figure out your own methods to make it even better than it already is. Anyways, that's about it for this little tips video and beginners on universal time. So I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.